Hi everybody, hope you are all fine. This is Ateef. I welcome all of you to our YouTube channel Engineering Drive. Let us discuss about the various ways in which a network can be organized. We call this topic as network topologies. Topologies are nothing but a structure, or we can say the way a network is organized is nothing but the network topologies. So what are the different types or what are the different ways in which a network is organized? So I am going to discuss each and everything in detail with the diagrammatic illustration. So dear students, you can see here there are 4 types of network topologies supported. Number 1, mesh topology, star topology, bus topology and ring topology. This concept is very important for both competitive exams as well as in external exams for the students, because many questions will come from this topic in the form of bits, as well as this question has appeared as a long answer question in many external exams also. So dear students, I believe that you are going to give a full focus on these types of topologies in a network. Now first of all, before directly going to these 4 types of network topologies, we should know that in a network, the 2 important things that we need to understand and need to remember is, one is the links and the second one are the devices. Okay, links are used for connection and devices are the individual entities. So these devices are connected with the links. So this is the overall structure of a network. A network is organized by using devices and links. We know that. Now, how these devices and links are organized in a network topologies will give the answer for us. So for that, let us discuss about these 4 types of network topologies to know how a network is laid out and what are the different ways in which the devices are connected by using links. So let us discuss the first one now, mesh topology. Okay, in mesh topology, let us consider 5 devices are there now here. How many devices? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 devices. Now, in mesh topology, how these 5 devices are connected with each other? Every device will have a dedicated point-to-point link here. For example, from this device to this device. From this device to device number 2. From here, it will have one more connection. And from here, it will have one dedicated point-to-point link. And here also, one dedicated point-to-point link. So, every device will have one dedicated point-to-point link. And again, this device will have a dedicated point-to-point link. From this, it will have a dedicated point-to-point link. Similarly, this device will have one dedicated point-to-point link. And this device will have one dedicated point-to-point link. So, dear students, you can see here, every device is having one point-to-point link to another device. Which means, in mesh topology, if a device wants to communicate with another device, easily any device can communicate with any other device. Why it is possible? Because of a separate connection will be available between them. So easily they can communicate with each other. This is how mesh topology structure will look like. Is it right? Now, the biggest advantage of mesh topology is, if any device failed, if any device is not working properly, then it doesn't have the impact on remaining devices. Because remaining devices still they can communicate with each other because they are having the respective links. Is it right or not? And mesh topology is one of the reliable topologies on which we can depend. The big advantage of mesh topology is less chances of failure, and this topology will be much more reliable compared to other topologies. Is it right? And because of this dedicated point-to-point connection, easily any device can communicate with any other device without any problem. This is how mesh topology works. Now, coming to the second type of topology, that is star topology. So in star topology also there are devices, and all these devices have dedicated point-to-point link. But what is the difference, you know? This device will have a dedicated point-to-point link to one more device. We call this device as hub. This hub acts as a central controller. central controller. So again, this device number 2 will have a dedicated point-to-point link to hub. Here also it will have dedicated point-to-point link to hub. 4th device will have dedicated point-to-point link to hub. Now you can see here, compare with mesh topology, in star topology, devices they don't have connections among themselves. You can see here, first device does not have direct connection with device second device does not have direct connection to device number 3. Unlike in mesh topologies, we can see here every device have dedicated point-to-point connection. Now instead of a dedicated point-to-point connection among themselves, every device will have a point-to-point connection to a hub, which acts as a central controller. Which means if device 1 want to communicate with device number 2, then what device 1 should do? Device 1 should send the request first to hub, which is a central controller, and then hub will transfer the request to the device number 2. Which means anything, if a device want to communicate with any other device, compulsory the request should go to the hub first. That is a central controller. From central controller, it should go to the other devices. So, the main difference, in a simple words, I can tell between mesh topology and star topology is, in mesh topology, there is no concept of any hub or central controller here. All the devices are themselves boss here. They can take their own decision and they can transmit the data without any problem. But in star topology, if any device want to perform any type of communication, then that request should go to the central controller, which is a hub, and from hub it should go to the devices. So in this way, what happened? The communication process can be monitored and it can be organized. That is one of the advantage of star topology. Is it okay? Next, coming to the third topology, which is bus topology, and it is the oldest of all these 4 topologies. This is the first way in which the networks are organized. What is that bus topology? In bus topology, what happened? A single link will be shared among multiple devices. We can see here, this is a link and it will be shared among multiple devices. And all these devices, they can communicate with each other by using this dedicated link, either in a time shared fashion or in a spatial fashion. You know what is the meaning of time shared? If 2 devices are communicating with each other, then third device will be idle. If first and third device is communicating with each other, then device 2 will be idle. This is known as time shared manner. And there is one more way in which the devices can communicate with each other is by sharing the bandwidth of the link. We can call it as spatial connection. So by using this also, the devices can communicate. The big advantage of this bus topology is it is very less expensive to implement. It doesn't require a huge or complex cabling, and the setup can be implemented very fast. But the drawback is multiple devices, they can't communicate simultaneously here in bus topology. And it is the oldest form of all these 4 topologies. And then comes the 4th topology that I am going to discuss at last now, which is a ring topology. In the name itself answer, ring here. The devices are laid out in a ring fashion. So you can see here. So all these devices, they are connected with each other in a circular manner in the form of a link, in the form of a cycle, or we can in the form of a ring. Now, in ring topology, every device has a dedicated point-to-point link with its neighboring devices. Very important point, dear students. You can see here. Let us say this is my device. This device will have a dedicated point-to-point link to its neighboring devices. What is the meaning of neighboring here? Left side and right side device. Similarly, let us take this device. This device will have a dedicated point-to-point link to its left side neighboring device and then its right side neighboring device, like this. Okay, and this type of connection forms a ring structure. We can see here, this is a ring structure. Now, sir, in ring topologies, what is this boxes, sir, which you have taken here? These boxes, they are actually repeaters. So, they are repeaters. So, what is the job of repeaters? Already we have discussed in our previous videos. they are actually repeaters. Now what happened? How the communication will take place and what is the job of repeater? Why we are calling this device as a repeater? I will tell you now. Carefully listen. Let us say if this is device number 1 and this is device number 2 and this is device number 3, 4, 5 and 6. If device 1 want to communicate with device number 4, device number 1 want to communicate with device number 4, then what happened? From device 1 the data will be transmitted to device number 2 first. It can't be transmitted directly to device number 4 because there is no direct link available here, unlike mesh topologies. That's why what we will do here, from device number 1 the data will be transmitted to device number 2 first, and in device number 2 repeater is installed here. What this repeater will do, it will take this data and it will forward this data to device number 3, and from device number 3 the repeater will do the same thing. As this data does not belong to device number 3, it will transmit the data to device number 4, and finally the data will reach to device number 4. So the job of a repeater in networks is to amplify the signal and so that it can reach to longer distances. Here also the repeater is doing the same work. It is taking that particular data and it is transmitting the data to the required destination through longer distances. That's why we are calling these devices as repeaters. So dear students, in ring topology, the data will be transmitted across the entire ring until it will reach to the correct destination. This is how a network is organized by using links as well as devices, by using these 4 types of topologies. So what are the 4 types of topologies we have discussed? One is mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, and then the last one, ring topology. So any types of questions you can simply put it in the comment section. So dear students, keep supporting our channel and share our channel with all the needy students so that they can understand the subject in a very simple way from their homes. So with this, let me close my today's session of video. See you soon everybody. Take care. Allah Hafiz.